Reese was always my coach, whether it was in video games or just lacrosse.
These are signs that were made for Reese's memorial yesterday. Aren't they cool? They're so perfect for him. And so yesterday was the memorial, and it was beautiful, and it was turned out exactly like I had wanted. I feel like it was perfect for him. I felt like he was really honored. Today, family's still in town. I'm like so exhausted. I feel like I need to just sleep for a week. But family's still in town and we're doing lots of stuff, and I know that it's awesome to have this support, and the family support's gonna go home, and I'm a little bit worried about this next coming week and not really having everybody around to kind of be here to support and talk about Reese and help us with everything. But hopefully it's not too windy. But it's been really cool. People have been buying us trees. So I wanted to plant a tree in Reese's honor, and so my family, my parents and siblings, bought a tree for him, and then my best friend Megan ended up buying a tree, and someone in our neighborhood bought us a tree, and then a bunch of friends from where I grew up in Kingwood, Texas, they sent us a gift card to buy some trees, and so now we're just out here planning.
You guys remember the sunset? The sunset on that back mountain, right?
They're trying to figure out exactly where to plant the trees. This is going to kind of become our area to memorialize Reese. And I just want it to be a special place, so that when we're missing him, then we can come out here. I've asked some people from my neighborhood to make a bench out of his snowboards, and so we're going to put that out here. And so my family's just kind of saying, okay, let's look at sun, so that, you know, where's the sun going to be so that we can get shade in the pergola. And so that's what we're doing right now. These are my three brothers right here. And my sister, she looks just like me, so don't be confused if you think that's me. the aspens.
I got Marissa and Michael this giant sequoia, which doesn't look very giant, but it's 3 years old, and this is the largest tree in the world.
He was an angel.
And every year, so after its third year and its fourth year, it grows 4 feet.
Volume-wise, by the way. I just want to make sure that we're accurate. It's the largest tree volume, not height.
Oh, but the redwoods get taller.
They are the largest tree, though.
But this is and you won't get the kind that are like.
It's volume. It's just the volume.
So, anyways, I got this because it'll get to the point where it's obnoxiously huge, which I just thought Reese would love forever. So that even after Michael and Marissa move out of this home someday, you will be able to see this tree from outside the neighborhood. And I thought Reese would really appreciate it.
He would love that.
Yeah,
like, yeah, you guys know, you see my tree.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, easy with my Reese boy tree.
loves it. It's like
Oh
in
my
there.
goodness.
Whoa! Oh, poor tree. We just like beat the crap out of it.
This is tomatoes from the garden that Madeline just picked from our Reese Boy garden.
Okay, I just want one more.
Over there.
We should write a rock that says Reese's Garden.
I'm gonna make a sign over that. Over that right there, the entrance that says Reese's Garden. We'll just look at this one little
Just
spot
zoom
right
in here on your video. Pretend the garden's perfect.
It's gonna be beautiful. I can't wait. So these little white rocks were used at his memorial yesterday.
It's been, I'm the only outsider here, I feel like, but it's been such a pleasure to watch all of this family come together doing something so, I guess, like basic, just digging together and planting trees. And I just all of a sudden was like hit with like, I know he's here, and he's like so touched and so like just the power of all these family connections that he belongs to and the love that he feels, I'm so sure. Just feel, anyways. It's just so pretty to watch it. Just a family doing this together. So because they love somebody, that's why they're doing it, you know?
Chris and I were driving from here to Texas with 3 or 4 kids, and they had to earn tokens to get snacks at the gas station. And
They were gonna have to get snacks at the gas station anyway, so why not make them earn it? Like think that they have to be
no, it
good.
was
The better ideas we ever had. Poker
Did you
chips
did you
first.
make Lindsay earn them as well?
No.
I had my own funds because I did not earn any. But so yeah, they earned chips for good behavior, and there was a you know like sorry, no chip for you. So Reese saved up all his chips, and we went to the first gas station or the first stop, and he he had figured it out all in his head. He wanted to get the most for his money. I didn't know how much a chip was worth. And I'm seeing what's going on, and I'm thinking, we should have put some restrictions on there. We're on a road trip. Growing up with this kid, pee breaks. Oh, he goes for like the big gulp of Barks root beer. And I say, you know, first off, there's caffeine in that. Second, he got the biggest possible cup he could get to fill with soda, so it was the most for his money. He got the most.
Of course.
It would last the longest. And Marissa finally learned that Barks has bite. It's got caffeine, and now poor Madeline can't drink it. That's my story.
I love it.
We were driving through Yellowstone, and he was saying, I gotta puke, and I'm thinking, I'm sitting right next to this kid, and so we're scrambling for anything to puke in, and I think you had a bag of crackers up there, and you just tossed the whole thing back to me, and he just puked right into those crackers. And so usually when you're sick, you have a tummy ache, you don't feel really good, you don't feel like eating, but we stopped for food. He got the biggest hamburger on the menu and just ate the whole thing.
You're like, wait, I'm sitting next to you, buddy.
Yeah, I was probably still sitting next to him. That was
Well, I have another puking story. I don't know if
He
you
puked
remember,
a ton.
but my mom invited the Johnsons over
Oh
for
my gosh,
tamales,
this is the worst.
and Reese would just eat and eat and eat. Did he have 7?
Yeah, 7 or 8 tamales.
7 or 8 tamales, and they're
I
just.
heard double digits when this started.
Well, I don't know. It was an insane amount.
Like 36.
I think I
no.
could only eat like 2. Like that is pretty.
Max.
Oh no, but we had that night we found out he threw up all over the piano. And it's not a covered piano, it was in the keys.
Yes,
So poor
all over the
Marissa.
keys.
How old is he?
Probably 10.
Yeah, it was like
No,
10
under
years.
his bunk bed.
Oh, I'm like, is he like playing the
No,
piano? Just like walking?
No, he was on the bunk bed.
Oh,
No, he was trying to get down from the bunk bed and
So, you know, he has bodily functions that he.
piano was that? Whose
It was her piano.
ours.
Did you just throw it away?
No, we cleaned it.
He threw up and filled the side of the car, like
Oh yeah, the cup holder.
the cup holder, the handle,
Oh my gosh.
all the way full.
And we're like in a canyon, so there's no places to stop. So we got like the pillows, like took the pillowcases off and like used
Oh gosh.
And left
This
him
is
on
a
the
true
side of the
honor.
car.
We did leave them on the side of the road.
That's why we see
Yeah.
that kind of stuff.
Yeah, that's
Right now
there's
he's trying to
nothing-
help you all remember all the disgusting stories about it.
He's like, yeah, these are the stories I love.
I remember being so excited for the day that Reese was born. And
Yes.
waiting and waiting for the phone call from Michael.
Adrian was there.
You were here, yeah, you were here, right?
Rushing over to the hospital and got in there and held him for, I don't know, held him for a
You
long,
remember what I remember?
yeah,
Long time.
long time.
Just
And just
holding him.
holding him like
Yeah.
this, and then I go to pass him back, and my handprint is completely indented into the back. of
I
his head.
freaked out. I'm like, I can feel where your hand was.
For a child. I mean, but
I
it
mean,
was,
I don't blame her for thinking
it was
that.
deep.
It was like a
It was something
handprint.
Like that deep of a handprint. in the
Like
back of his
in
head,
cement or
holding
something.
it.
Yeah, it was
Oh,
horrifying.
it just formed around.
So we called the nurse, and the nurse was like, it's okay, the skull is very pliable at this young of an age. Because he was only like an hour old. Like, you were right there. You came right over.
Is that a good grip,
But
huh?
how bad did I feel? Well, I mean, I probably did. I was probably nervous about dropping or something.
I was thinking he'd go to war and like we wouldn't be able to identify his remains, and then they'd be like, "Oh, Adrian's handprints." Right
Fingerprints.
Match.
My favorite story is, I don't know, I'm not trying to take the credit for him being a little skate dog or whatever, but like taking him snowboarding for the first time.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
He was like 6 or 7 maybe.
Uh-huh.
It was just Reese and I. So like put him in the shotgun and drove up to Brighton. And we spent the day snowboarding. It was awesome. And
Yeah.
then ever since after that, I loved riding with him.
Oh yeah, that was a good one.
Maybe why Reese's head was so small is because he had a handprint in the back of his head.
Do you have a small head, Madeline?
What you staring at?
No, I was just remembering the other day when I think it was me, Brandon, and Adrian. Is there anybody else with us? Just Reese, huh? That we all
I
went
don't know what's
snowboarding
up.
at Park City, and I remember he showed up
Oh, yeah.
a few minutes late. Caught up. We told him where we were gonna be. He caught up with us with the full opened Red Bull or Monster in his hand, and he literally just like did laps around us, 180s, backwards, whatever, with a full Red Bull. And
He
just,
was
like, sipped
snowboarding
the
with a
thing,
Red Bull.
Snowboarding with a full Red Bull. I don't think he spilled a drip ever. He's just it was so fun to watch him. He's so good.
Yeah, I was like, I taught you. I should be able to keep up with you now.
He broke his wrist once on a scooter.
He was riding down this ginormous hill with a scooter.
He broke his wrist, and so we put him in a cast. He got all better.
You're on camera. You're on video.
Sorry.
Where did that come from?
So sorry.
So
Put that in. I'm sorry.
So we waited for him to heal, and he got. So we took the cast off, and then that night I called from work, and he's at the counter, sitting on a stool eating, and Reese is on the phone, and all of a sudden I hear Reese, and you hear a big bang, and he had fallen off his stool,
A bar stool.
and he broke his wrist. And Marissa's like, I think he re-broke his wrist, so I went and met him at the hospital. And so one part of the thing that's funny about that is we always made fun of Reese for breaking his wrist falling off a bar stool, and he'd be like, well, I broke it doing it on a scooter first. And we're like, I don't remember that.
Now he's like, no, I was doing it on a skateboard.
But then, like, it was one of the worst things that I've ever had to do, but it's kind of funny. He had to get it reset, and so they give him some kind of shot, and they told me that that he'll be awake, but he won't remember anything. And they asked me to leave, and I was like, I really don't want to leave. And they said, we don't usually let parents stay because he's gonna scream and cry and stuff. And I was like, I'd really like to stay in here, so they let me stay in there, and so they started kneading his arm to try to reset it, and get the bone where it needed to be. And he's like Maya, stop! Stop! Maya! Maya, what are you doing? Just blaming Maya the whole time. And then they finally said it, and like literally 1 minute later, I was like, are you okay? He's like, yeah. And he didn't remember anything of it. So
And he's like, can we go to Panda Express?
Go to Panda. With doing those trees, it means a lot to us, and we were gonna, we didn't have Reese cremated for this reason, but we thought about it after that, like, Reese isn't gonna go in a box and just be buried at one spot, you know? So, we're glad that he's cremated, and we're gonna, if you guys want to, you can help us. We're gonna put some of his ashes with these trees so that when we see them, we can remember Reese, and then we'll just find different places that Reese loved and leave his ashes all over, because that's what Reese would want to do. He wouldn't want to be in one spot anyway.
And just also ashes to ashes, dust to dust. Now he gets to be a tree, and he gets to be in the ocean, and he gets, pieces of him. He'll love that.
Yeah.
Rather than just sitting in a box on the ground. Like,
He kind of just did whatever he wanted. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, everybody share a trait that they love about him. I'll pass it to Grandma and Grandpa.
I feel like I'm just touching his dry skin.
I love the way he would say, Grandma.
Yeah, we loved his adventurous spirit and all that he participated in throughout his life. All the best.
I loved how he pretended to sleep all the time.
So he could get out of doing work.
I have lots of pictures of it.
And he would go,
Can't see you.
you can't see me.
I loved his carefree attitude. He reminds me a lot of myself. Like showing his butt to everybody.
I like that he wasn't scared of anything except for like spiders.
Your dad, we found out.
Yeah.
And my dad.
I think the world would be better if everybody was as quick to forgive as Reese.
I'll just finish. Yeah, I'll finish with you.
I think I love Reese's sense of humor and just lightheartedness in everything he did.
I love that Reese. I loved hearing all the stories this weekend of Reese just grabbing life by the hands and eating it up, just tearing it up. I'm gonna try to live a little bit more like Reese.
I love that Reese was always my coach, whether it was in video games or just lacrosse.
Whatever one of your games this year.
Yep.
I love how adventurous he was. Loved his enthusiasm and how easy he was to talk to. And I loved his giantly thick baby cheeks. I loved Reese because he was very nice to everyone.
Can Belle go next?
Yes, Belle wants to go next.
Belle would like to say that she loves.
She's gonna eat it.
Reese loved her the most, but thought he loved her back. Was that right?
Yeah. That he always took her to Tibble Creek and on hikes and to the dog park.
He gave her treats.
And gave her lots of food that she was not supposed to be eating.
I just loved Reese's spirit and how nice and sweet he was to everybody. I mean, any kid, these guys, just always super sweet and caring, and whatever dumb thing they were excited about, he was excited about with them.
Yeah, you don't have to say anything. Thank you.
There you go.
Good job. Anybody else?
Yeah. Oh.
So I'll just hold it till you're done.
So Reese was extremely good looking.
That he was.
That's probably his favorite of the day.
And I remember when he was in Houston, the girls would come from the ward and come by our house to take a peek at Reese.
Like, is he home?
Is he home? I can't
Doing
believe.
Sister Tolman.
Exactly. Just to see Reese, though. He's extremely good looking, among other things.
Yes. Did everybody else go? Yeah, I'll dump it all in.
Wait, Mom, can I do? I want to.
You wanna do it again?
Did you want to put it on other
Sorry.
trees?
If you.
Yeah, we're gonna put some on other trees,
Okay.
so we'll do that. I mean, just from when he was a baby, he's just always kind of been my buddy. I've had to play the mom role, of course, but most of the time, him and I, like, I just remember our Bronco, him in his car seat, me and driving and going to the pool and going to the library, and he's just always been really easygoing and fun and up for whatever adventure I wanted to do. He generally was wanting to be involved and go as well, and with a smile on his face and up for any adventure that we had. So, and he'll always be the MVP. So we haven't had rain in about a month, and it's starting to rain. We think it's a sign from Reese. He's like, whenever he does anything, he does it big. He's like, I need more water on my trees. This is a tree from our neighbor, and so Madeline and Michael are spreading his ashes in that tree. Megan, will you help put ashes in that one? In the one.
This tree gets the most